And we're talking about in this video something that's like, I feel like all over the place right now, something a little new, the scissor kick.
The scissor kick itself is not new. People looking at video and going, why is his back foot doing that? What is that called? Is new. The scissor kick has been around. Babe Ruth scissored. If you can find old video, there's video of Babe Ruth scissoring. Edgar Martinez is the first like big name guy, like when I was growing up, that I remember. Some people may say the best DH of all time. His natural move was a scissor. Some players have trained it into their swings to help them with certain aspects that we'll talk about in a minute. And sometimes it just happens. You see kind of this natural drop back with that foot. Don't try to change it. Get it on video. And there's a couple things that you really want to pay attention to. With the scissor, you want to stay centered still. That doesn't change. If I'm in my standard setup right here, where my feet are square, and as I release, my feet are going to stay square, my body stays in the middle. We talk about the head, shoulder, hip, knee line all the time. The reason that the scissor is effective is because once the hips get going, they have to decelerate. It's a very difficult concept for young hitters and coaches to understand. Well, why do I want my hips to stop? Don't I want my hips to be as strong and as fast as possible? Absolutely, you do. But for the catapult effect to work properly, the hips must stop so that the body can now release. The scissor helps feel that deceleration of the rear hip. So what that would look like in slow motion is as I get my hips going here comes the back hip, here comes the barrel working behind me, and then once I get to this, that foot is just gonna slide back out and it's gonna keep me to the opposite field and up the middle. Another benefit of it is that it allows you a little more time. As I get here, I can give myself a little more space and time to, especially to get to that inside pitch where you might see in an amateur hitter or one that doesn't have the ability to scissor, is you're gonna see them try to back up. And as they're backing up, now they're getting beat by this pitch, where with the scissor, they can still be delivering the barrel properly.
That's great stuff. Should everyone be doing this?
The simple answer to that is no. They may need parts of it. They may need the body understanding. Like I said earlier, it's decel of the hips. You can't just be a hitter and get in here and just spin. As a body control element, I like it. We had talked a little bit earlier about the slap shot drill, where it's like, looks like the hockey and it's just here. Just having that body control, sinking the back side up as I'm coming through, and then having the body control to get here takes a lot. And so for the young kids, you can switch it up. They don't even know it's benefiting them for the most part. It's just like, hey, this is a new cool little drill that I'm doing. The older kids, they'll start to figure out, does this work for me? Generally, little tighter mover is gonna have this. You're not gonna, like Mike Trout comes to mind. He's super athletic, super fast, but he's not elastic. You know, Mookie Betts is elastic. Javi Baez, elastic. Those guys, you know, Bo Bichette, they just look like they're just all over the place kind of. For these guys that are a little bit tighter, really explosive, the Trouts of the world, Jose Altuve has a scissor. Miguel Cabrera uses a scissor sometimes. It's just natural for them. It kind of happens when they need it. But I think it is something that most young hitters could benefit from. I would suggest for anybody out there that has young hitters to go and at least give it a try, especially if you have the over-rotated backside, and I see it all the time. But when they get that hole, like flip it over. If you've got a player that is doing that, I would 100% recommend learning how to do it and showing them how to scissor, because it's not just a drop back. There is a hip rotation. This hip, everything to this point is the exact same as it would be in a normal swing. Normal swing, I get here and I just release to here. With the scissor, I get here and it's just kind of almost working off the ground this way.
You see me, I'm a guy who's super rotational. I finish over here. How are you taking me through the process of learning this? Because even to me, I'm not even sure how
That was pretty good.
that would do it. Oh, I feel it now. So it's like when you're getting into your front side.
Yeah.
Sliding back.
It's almost like as the barrel and foot kind of, when you would go to release the barrel, the foot, yeah.
Ah, okay, I feel it. Okay.
And the easiest way to teach young ones is the slap shot, is when you get them and it's here and you get them kind of like you were being launched just here. And then as they start to turn, as that barrel is coming down to the ground, the foot is now moving.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was very informative. I hope it was informative for you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Y'all be good.